Good evening, everyone. I'm your host, Jason Miles, and welcome to a special birthday edition of This is Revolution podcast. If you're new to the channel, it's my birthday. I am 47 years young today, August 9th. And here with me to celebrate this joyous occasion, she is the voice of reason on the show. And she was the person that said, "Hey, Jason, keep working all these days in a row. Why don't you add another one to the mix?" M. Tucson.
Hello. Happy birthday, Jason.
Thank you.
You are 47 years young.
I'm 47 years old today. We're going to do this different. Usually we have like guests come in and say all these wonderful things.
Mm-hmm.
And you couldn't find anyone.
Everyone was busy working on their PhDs for breaking.
Everybody was so busy for their PhDs for breaking. I saw a fight, like a woman won a boxing match or like a UFC fight, and she did the routine.
Oh.
That's what homegirl wanted. I don't care what anyone says. That's exactly what she wanted. She wanted people to do the routine. She wanted to go viral. There's more people right now talking about breakdancing than have ever talked about breakdancing in the last 100 years.
I guess so. Someone says it sounds like your main mic is not picking up audio.
Oh my God. I've been talking to you for the last 20 minutes. You couldn't tell me that?
I turned your sound up. I thought it was just you speaking low.
I'll tell everybody once again, because everybody comes in, they mess with the settings. I don't know why that is. It is a flaw in the program. So just deal with my voice being far away. Why do you give a shit?
This sounds so much better.
Oh,
so crisp and buttery and warm.
The way I always fucking sound, right? Jesus. Fuck.
I am used to talking to you on Facebook, and you sound like you sound without a mic. So.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Are you?
Very. It's your birthday show.
And already.
This
is why I have grace.
I'm glad we got it started out early.
Oh my God, this is why I stress eat. It looks like Quinn is here. Please welcome. We should stop calling him the Quinn turn.
I love that name though.
Okay, well that's what it is. It's the Quinn turn.
Yo, what's up?
Quinn's like, my mic works right away. I made sure my settings were on.
I was double checking in the green room, in the virtual room.
I figured Tucson would have told me. Thank you, Quinn. Appreciate it. Do you have any comments on the breakdancing Australian woman? Did you feel she culturally appropriated all Black culture? Apparently, because Puerto Ricans, according to some people, aren't allowed to breakdance.
I think if she's gonna appropriate one pillar of hip hop, she might as well do the other ones. Like, bring out the spray paint. Let's see how you do.
I haven't heard that.
Let's see her MC.
Dude, I'd much rather see her like MC. That would be even funnier. I just really
bring them all to the Olympics.
Dude, were we in the champagne room when we did that, Tucson?
Yeah.
The champagne room. We read this paper that some angry woman wrote. Some angry Black woman wrote about like how breakdancing was demonized because Black kids did it. And I was like, you were not alive in the 80s. Because there wasn't a bigger marketing bonanza than breakdancing. And then, like, apparently, no one's allowed to break dance that isn't Black.
That makes sense. I mean, that's how it works, right?
I didn't know that because one of my favorite breakdancers is this Puerto Rican dude from Chicago. His name's Shabadoo.
Shabadoo.
Shabadoo was one of the baddest pop lockers of all time.
Yes, he was.
And that woman was like, "Can't do it. You're not allowed. It's cultural appropriation, Shabadoo." Yeah, that dude.
There he is.
There he is. That's the man right there, dude. That is the man. That is the scene. That's like the scene before one of the breaking battles. We played so much 90s music and breaking clips, and the show didn't get pulled. And I just kept going further and further and further. And then finally, I guess like 12 hours later, YouTube was like, "Oh, look what we missed."
Oh no.
Yeah, they pulled the show. And I haven't put it back up yet. So I will put the show back up, I promise. Let me open up the phone lines. Toussaint and Quinn, be entertaining for like 2 minutes.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, let's be entertaining. I heard there's a bit of a conspiracy about the breakdancing lady. Apparently, she's involved in a breakdancing secret society at her university, and there were members of that like secret society on basically every prelim in Australia to qualify for the Olympics.
Get out of here.
So she had like close friends judging her that was not disclosed.
Breakdancing Masons?
So, yeah, I think that's how she got there. She had friends in high places in the Australian breakdancing scene. Competitive breakdancing scene.
I heard a little bit of it. I heard breakdance Illuminati, and I was laughing very loud, and I had to press all the code buttons. And so, wait, there was a breakdancing Illuminati she was a part of?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to find.
Wait, what? So she was part of the breakdance Illuminati, and then the breakdance Illuminati wanted her to perform like that?
No, she was just buddies with them, and they were on the judging panels that it took for her to get there.
Dude, Toussaint, what did I say on that champagne room? What did I say? What did you say? What did I say? I was like, she had to have known the judges because I'm sure they went to her and they were like, "Hey, you know any breakers? You got that worthless fucking degree."
Right. And she was like, "How about me? Instead of other people, I suggest myself."
Yeah, like who wouldn't want a free trip to Paris? I just think it's funny that people keep acting like the degree in breakdancing. Also in that article, Quinn, the girl was like, the one that wrote it was like, a degree in breakdancing also is cultural appropriation. I was like, you really are mad that you didn't have the ability to waste your parents' money? Because I don't really know what you're gonna do with a breakdancing degree. Like, seriously.
I think she's also into Deleuze and Guattari, which is.
Can you imagine how the only thing you can do with a breakdance degree is teach at a liberal arts school or make really good foam art on the lattes that you serve?
Nice.
Like, let's just be honest.
You have a super chat from Lady Braga. She says, "Jason, welcome to the 47 Club. It's not so bad here." Okay,
it isn't. Toussaint was teasing me because I showed her my exercise stats for the day.
This is what it's gonna be now. Just now that you're 47, you just start a conversation with stats. See, I'm not dead yet. Look at my stats.
Yeah, Toussaint was like, "What did you do today?" I was like, "I don't know. I just ran 5.5 miles." I mean, I'm glad you didn't see me run those miles because it looked like I was going to die like halfway through. Damn, Steve said I'm wearing skinny shorts. I'm not wearing skinny shorts today. I am wearing fitting, like Levi's has like a Dickies line. Remember they were called like messenger pants?
Messenger pants?
And maybe they don't have those in New York.
Maybe not. Fashion capital.
Also, if you're a patron, there's a new issue of the Crisis Papers out. It's called Ill Communication, Why I Hate AAVE. And recently we did a champagne room where we watched this white dude explain to us how we speak. And, I don't like it. And I wrote 12 or 11 pages worth of this is why I don't like it with examples. There's no charts though, but I do have some pretty good examples, and I get into the 1996 Oakland Unified School District case, and yeah, I give some pretty good examples in that piece. Did you get a chance to read any of it, Tucson?
Me?
Yeah, you're Tucson.
No, not yet.
Did I send it to our group chat, Quinn?
No.
Damn it. Sorry.
I'm pulling up the link now.
Okay. That Aussie breakdancer looks like she's mastered the art of stealing rappers' concert and merch money for accepting advancement money, which is sixth element of hip hop. Feliz cumpleaños. Thank you. The hustle is the sixth element. I mean, according to Quinn, she was part of the breakdance Illuminati in Australia. So that there's so much going on with everything I just said right now. Can you read that, Tucson?
Tucson, Jason, you be 47, but you still ain't 5'10".
Quinn, did we show you that fucking video where the guy was like talking about habitual B? I'd actually explain it in the piece, but he says, for an example, he goes like, "Where's Quinn? He don't be at work." We were like, oh, okay. Well, we didn't ask you where he isn't. We asked you where he is. So it's part of Ebonics riddles. Quinn, you've known your fair share of black people in your life. Do they speak to you in riddles?
I mean, the ones I meet under bridges.
There you go. There you go.
Seriously though, like, I don't. No, it got worse. It got worse because it was like, "Where's John? He don't be at work, but he be at work." I was like, "I don't." You're still. I feel like all the black people
You
that
gotta open
guy
your third
knows.
eye to understand it.
You need to open it. It's like all the black people he speaks to. It's like, riddle me this, white man.
B is the second letter of the alphabet. And what is work really but the second thing that you do in your life?
all the oh, we're still there. All the black people that guy knows are all fucking riddlers, dude. They're all fucking comic book villains, apparently, because they won't just answer the question. Like, just answer the question.
Girl DD.
I gotta reconnect the phone line. Give me a second, Tucson.
Oh, okay.
Be entertaining.
In this article, we analyze the impact of breaking's inclusion in the Olympics. Okay. I'm going through Rachel Gunn's published research right now.
Oh, yeah?
It's a lot of breakdancing and like writing about specific rounds of competitive breakdancing.
They said her paper was focused on feminism and gender in breakdancing.
One of them is.
One of them.
There's, let's see, Rearticulating Gender Norms Through Breakdancing, 2012, Journal for Higher Degree Research in Social Studies and Humanities. There's Overcoming the Hip Hop Habitus. Breaking Down Dominant Conceptualizations of Place, the Transgressive Potential in 143 Liverpool Street's Familia's Engagement in the Downing Center Courts. Oh, this is the one. This is the 143 Liverpool Street Familias. That's the secret breakdancing society that is apparently involved in a bunch of the judges' panels. Okay, let me just pull this up.
That's crazy.
Capture. In this paper, I draw from my experience in Sydney's breakdancing culture to expose the transgressive potential of hip-hop music and dance in reimagining dominant conceptualizations of place. My focus is limited to the front exterior of 143-147 Liverpool Street in Sydney's Central Business District. During the day, this site, now known as Downing Street Courts, is a milieu of government-sanctioned regulation, yet by night, the crew of 143 Liverpool Street Familia's effective engagement transforms the space into one of creative potential. And then more Deleuze Guattari. In case you were wondering if this person was, fun to be around.
Dude, if you have a PhD in breakdancing, I would assume you're fun to be around. Or you take yourself hella seriously on a level that's just like too much.
That's the only other choice.
That's like, oh God. Is that like having a PhD in podcasting?
Which I have.
I think someone's here, Toussaint. You want to let this person in?
Yes, but real quick, Mercutio says Pascal needs better Wi-Fi. Message: in honor of Jason's birthday, I signed up for the tier of Pascal needs a BBW. Bigger, better Wi-Fi. I like that a lot.
Right? Because that white guy, my neighbor, that told me that my ex left me for a BBD. That's the same face I made, Quinn. I was like, excuse me? He's like, she left you for the bigger, better deal, my man. The BBD. And I was like, oh, well, let me tell you what that means to me. You want to let our guest in?
Yes, let's let our guest in. She's here.
If it isn't the hottest black woman on the internet.
Happy grown ass man. I'm trying to make sure like my light apparently looks crazy right now. Hi, good people.
How are you?
I'm wonderful.
Your
Sleepy?
presence has been
Wonderful?
requested on this show pretty much since you were on the show. People are like, when are you gonna come back? When's Frenchie gonna come back?
Mhm.
We want to have Frenchie back.
I love that. I love that. I love that. But you know, it's about your solar year.
Solar year?
Yeah.
What
man.
is that? I don't know.
You know, year around the sun.
Oh, my year around the sun. Oh, yeah. 47. I don't feel a day over 47. I feel good.
You should. We are physiologically 19 years younger than our parents and our grandparents.
That's a good way to look at it.
No, like scientifically, we are almost 20 years younger than our parents physiologically. So you should be feeling like the great goddamn right now.
All right.
I did. I showed Toussaint my stats for the day. My running. She was like, "How are you
What
feeling?"
kind of stats?
I wasn't short of my TRT levels. These levels are off the charts, Tucson. 47. Look at that. First one to go to episodes. You definitely, we had so much fun on that episode.
For sure.
You brought out dildos, and I mean, where else can you bring out toys on a show like this
Mm-hmm.
and not get the show pulled by YouTube?
It was educational.
As much as we've seen, everyone's pretty desensitized now, right?
Everyone except for YouTube.
Over-sexualized and completely desensitized. That's where we are.
Oh, thank you. Marks and Angles is in Australia. We should ask her what's the deal with PhDs in breakdancing.
Don't. God is working on me. God is working on me because I haven't really said anything about this. So I know God is putting things in place so that I don't make a comment on things like this.
I still think it was all, I think she was, I wouldn't say trolling, but there's some sort of bit behind the whole thing, because if you look at the way she moved, she didn't move like this person that was like, oh, I'm out of my depth and I'm terrified right now. Yeah, that whole thing, that was like a thing when she came out with the shoulders, and I was like, okay, she's got good shoulder mobility.
Shoulder mobility. Okay.
That's how old I am. I'm like, oh wow, look at that shoulder mobility. I bet her traps are strong. I knew it looked like a prank. And if you're talking about that person and not the people that were actually competing, then you're probably not that serious about breakdancing. And most people probably haven't watched a breakdance competition since they were, especially if you're our age, probably since the 90s.
It's not a prank when it's on a global stage. It's not a,
Oh, it's always a prank when it's on a global stage. This is a year of my life is not real. I mean,
we are watching a lot of things on the global stage right now, so I can't argue with you. But
what's worse? I'll ask this question: what's worse? Remember, that's on Australia's dime. Not like anybody here paid for that.
What was worse is they actually gave her who the hell gave this woman a PhD in something that they knew absolutely nothing about on the other side of the earth.
Their breakdance is very serious in Australia. Hip hop has a big scene in Australia. Big scene.
I'm not saying that. Hip hop has a global scene everywhere. We understand that, but none of them were in the position to give this particular individual a PhD on breakdancing.
I mean, I feel like in 2024, the modern university system will give you a PhD on anything you want if you're going to pay for it.
And there lies the problem.
I mean, again, it's not. I can get mad at that lady about a PhD in breakdancing, but in all honesty, I don't care that she's got a PhD in breakdancing because she got a PhD in breakdancing.
Her
Like,
PhD
you're gonna yell at some kids on the
movement.
You're gonna yell at some kids on the street. That's not the proper linoleum. Listen to me. I have a PhD, ma'am. I'm going to windmill kick you in the face. I was like,
she said,
what? Well, let me ask you this: what's if we look at this and say, the people want to use this as something like a cultural moment to reflect on where we are as a people? I'm like, I don't know what's worse. This.
Well, that's a sad state of affairs if we got to reflect on that bullshit.
That's how I feel because it's bullshit. Wow. But how many people have you run into that are commodifying every aspect of their life to the point where they stream about their dates online? even if the person that they're talking to goes, I don't want to be a part of this. This is kind of gross to me. And they still put that out there because they're like, this is content. I sat and watched a series of videos by a woman because I was so amazed by it. Of dates that she went on. And one date, the man said, I think you're a red flag. And so she made a video and she showed the conversation. She scratched out the man's number, of course, but she showed the conversation. I was like, well, the guy didn't want to be on the internet like that. Well, right.
You know, to me, I heard a doctor say today, he said, instead of reproducing, why don't you produce yourself? Because, like, how are you going to create another life when you haven't fully invested in creating your own?
Mm-hmm.
And people need to sit the fuck down and produce their own life. Like,
but what happens? And this is, you know, you don't have to have the answer for this, right? Because it's almost rhetorically I'm asking it. But what happens when every aspect of your life has to be commodified and everything you do is content? Even your quote unquote personal life is no longer personal because you need to make it public, because maybe this is the thing that's going to get you the views other than your cooking and your bad comedy that you did. You know what I mean? Not you as Frenchie, but I'm talking about people.
All money isn't good money.
Agree.
And you know, what we see are people cheapening themselves. And so and they're worth so much more. You know, I looked at that whole I watched externally at how people were like feeding on the Reese Tisa story, Reese Cups, whatever her name is.
Tucson, who is this?
It's a woman on TikTok who, through several videos, told the story of her marriage and divorce.
Oof. Okay.
But it was like people were so excited to hear that somebody was making as stupid of a decision as they were. Like, that's what it essentially was. Like, misery really loved company. And I was like, you really got on live air and was like, because this man helped me get my tire changed, I decided to I pretended to believe that he had money, even though he had to move in with me, even though he didn't have a car, but he was going to do all of these things for me, even though none of it made sense. And I barely even knew his name and didn't know his family. But, you know, here I am now. It's and people was like, but she's so authentic. And I was like, no, she was honestly being really dumb.
Yeah.
And not to say that we don't have our you know, our thoughts in relationships. I'm not perfect. I don't think that anybody is making the perfect decisions.
I don't know about that, Frenchie. I've been following you on Facebook and you're pretty perfect.
But
those photos aren't airbrushed or anything. I'm like, God damn,
listen,
what is her skin regimen?
I pay you off the air, not on the air. Don't. But there was a celebration in these really unfortunate decisions. There was an actual celebration around it. And then they got mad when her life improved. And like she couldn't win for losing. And it was just like, I don't know. You know, seek therapy, not TikTok. I don't.
That's
again, what happens? What like seriously, what happens?
All of these people who actually go to school as an expertise to support you and help you, and you choose TikTok, it's problematic.
Mm-hmm.
Because the truth is in that you really don't want to resolve anything.
So do you want to be the anti? You want to be the anti person that clowns these people? I mean, I'm here for it. If I had the money to get you a show with a cool little backdrop, and
I I do a few TikTok videos, and what I've learned is that one, I'm really not so invested in people needing to be invested in me.
Mm-hmm.
I only need to be invested in myself. I don't need anyone else to be invested in me, and I want people to be invested in themselves.
But do you think that there's an insecurity in this current internet age where you can get instant validity in a way that people couldn't get it before, and we're looking at
Yeah,
likes
because
and
studies
followers
show
as
that
validity?
people are damn near slitting their wrist
Mm.
when those numbers drop. Yeah. It's
Quinn says you can't monetize your drama by going to therapy. If everything is political, and so nothing is political, and everything is drama. We love drama, and if you can make drama out of your actual life and then make that drama, because content is this generic word, I don't like it. It's, to me, it's kind of disgusting. Like, I would hate if
we're
I was.
also, it's funny you say that, because we're also in the age of misappropriating every single fucking label there is. Everybody's a narcissist. Like this is a true mental disorder. You are not in the position to diagnose anybody, right? Like,
you know my favorite, Frenchie, when someone says, yeah, I'm autistic. I was like, oh, where did you go get like checked out? Like, no, I just.
Oh, we ain't gonna talk about that person. we is not.
I was like, a word? You can just make anything up? Can you get a handicap sticker from that too? Because if so,
look, everything is, if you don't like it, it's toxic. No, like the expectation that everybody's supposed to agree with you, or that everybody's supposed to smile through shit, is absurd. Or the sheeples, right? We just have this sheeple mentality where the sheep just following the sheep, and everybody's bad. Like, it's not good. I changed my phone from iPhone to Android, and when I tell you I got cursed out, down, because
can't be on the group message.
Phones.
Can't be on the group message now. It's green. What the fuck?
Like, and it just let me know how bad groupthink is. Because as long as you're still getting the communication and you get it at the same damn rate, why do you care?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, no, you have to be like the rest of us. And I'm like,
we want the blue bubble when it's green.
Well, listen,
you know what I mean?
I've decided to take the red pill. I'm not fucking with the blue bubble. I just I'm out.
And that
I'm out.
And you know what that means, Toussaint?
I
guess who can't be on the group text now? I guess we all got to download WhatsApp.
I mean, it was like, what? You cut me out, and I was like, what? What are you talking about? I had no idea that this was going to cause this. I didn't know I would have to make a public announcement that I'm Android and I didn't delete anybody.
But that kind of goes into this, everybody's like, I don't think the American dream exists. I've been saying this for a while now. Exists in the same way that it did for our parents and grandparents' generation.
Thank God.
But there's a different dream, and it's about influence and followers and being able to get free stuff because you're so influential. I think it's really simplified in that degree, right? Mm-hmm. But it seems like it's where everybody wants to go. Like, can I commodify all these aspects of my life? Can I get enough followers? And it's not all young people at all.
I don't even think it's everybody. You got a small plug of people. It's actually quite small.
I don't know.
It's a small plug of people on each continent. It's not. And people tune in. We like to tune in to the crazies. And it's just like, the wrongest people are the loudest. And it's not many of them, but
you leave me out of this.
We just have like real things to do in life. We have real things to do, and so we don't have time to combat bullshit and make counter statements and show them the other way and the right way and a positive way of thinking. Like, we're just gonna go on and keep moving with our lives. And so we, that space is for the louder folk. And most people are not loud.
Which is interesting because I agree with you. I agree with you wholeheartedly that most people aren't loud, and now they're these interesting online introverts, extroverts that are taking up this space that in real
And
life
the incels and the incels and the celibates, they is fucking shit up. Like,
once again, Frenchie, you leave me out of this, goddammit. I don't appreciate all the insults.
Well, come on, Jason. You've made trips to Pound Town and Jam City.
Jam City is where everybody wants to go.
Yes.
Everybody wants to go to Jam City. If just you just
security
pretend.
wouldn't let me in.
Just pretend.
Like, I would even rent in Jam City if I could. You know? I can't afford to own a home, but I can work hard enough to get a nice 500 square foot, 1-bedroom apartment. I can do that.
In Jam City?
Well, first of all, they ain't got no 500 square foot apartment up there. That's first and foremost. If you want to turn around, you got to go out and walk in backwards. Now, I'll give you
whatever I have to do.
I'll give you about 172 square feet. You're not even going to get 175. You're going to work with 172 square feet, baby.
Frenchie, that's about what I'm doing now. So
See? That's
Look,
how it is.
We all want to rent in Jam City, Frenchie. I don't even know where that clip is, so I can't even play it. I don't have it.
Yeah, see, we want to rent in Jam City, Jason, but what we're actually doing is living in Pound Town. So it's not.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pound Town is a dangerous place. Exactly. Yeah. Sometimes in Pound Town, a tear rolls down your cheek like the end of Fame when Coco had to do the porn. just look back to the guy. Just be gentle.
Lord Jesus. What can we do? What can we do, man?
Nothing. We can observe right now. I'm observing and thinking, and I don't like what I'm seeing. A lot of stuff depresses the hell out of me. I'm not joking. I've literally sat and watched 4 videos from some mildly deranged woman talk about her.
Was she a celibate?
Yeah, she was 2 years celibate. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I believed it though. She was like, this guy was sending me dick pics. Go ahead. Yes, please preach.
You think somebody putting something to that?
Everyone's creating a character, whether or not you want to believe it or not. Everyone's a character online because you're constantly performing. You're constantly on. And if every aspect of your life you're constantly on, and you know you're going to screenshot a conversation you're having with somebody, I don't know if I believe you 100% because you're thinking about.
Look, we have replaced the Kardashians with TikTok. Okay.
Yeah.
And I would say I would rather take TikTok over the Kardashians. And we can you remember this all started when writers had to strike. And so we don't motivate and support our writers and our artists, that grind for these opportunities. This is the outcome. And we're compromising artistry and training and talent for this. And, and some of these people are very talented, but they don't want to
This is the shitty thing, though. After the writer's strike, when they fought so hard to try and make sure they kept AI out of everything, they lost that part of the labor negotiation. You know, these studios have already said, yeah, man, if we don't get writers that are going to toe the line, that's not a problem. We'll use Google's AI to flesh out, dialogue. And it's like, what does a computer know about talking to people or how people interact?
A lot.
And it's just like, dude, this is, as much as I love a good Marvel movie because I'm a fucking nerd, cinema is going to tank if we get down to Google AI fleshing out like a sex scene.
It's already tanked.
Well, to your point about TikTok replacing a certain element of television, there was a really good article in the LA Times that came out 2 weeks ago, I think, about how reality television has taken a bigger hit than the movie industry because, first of all, we're stuck in a loop of how we watch shows, right? I can watch The Office, right? I can choose what I want to watch, and I can watch the same thing. I can watch Good Times forever, right? And so there's so many reality shows that have, like, Survivor's been on for like 20 years. So you can go back and go, look, I've never seen Survivor. I can go back 20 years and I'll have something to watch every day for 6 months maybe.
Sure.
And then I'll watch it again when that's over. So you don't really need new stuff. So new stuff isn't really moving and people aren't shooting for new stuff. And a lot of reality stuff wasn't union anyway. And a lot of that work is going away. And I think to Frenchie's point, you can try. It's still a lot of work, right? You get a TV show, you'll get a paycheck for a little bit. You start trying to make it on TikTok, it's going to take you a minute before you get a following. But there are so many people trying to just make it on TikTok.
I have 800 whole followers or 800 whole likes. I'm so okay with it. Hindsight will always be 2020. I just, I'm more concerned about us losing our individualism and everybody wanting to take a very specific route or an expedited route to get to achieving things. And we have just microwaved so much. And I always say to, like, people my age or older, I'm tapping on 50, and they're complaining about young people, and I was like, they haven't waited for anything. Like, they was in their mother's womb, they waited for 9 months, and when they came out, they didn't wait for shit else ever again.
You don't have to.
We have 2 generations that have never seen a TV commercial. 2 entire generations that have not had to wait 4 minutes. Do you know what that does to society? And then we're asking them to be patient. Like, they don't have to wait on transportation. They don't have to wait on food. They don't have to wait to call in. I remember all the numbers that I had as a kid because I worked hard. I dialed every one of those goddamn numbers on that rotary phone, waited for it to come back around and come back around. And heaven forbid if there was a 9 in that phone number, right? So,
yeah.
Right?
And then if it was busy, it's like,
dang it. Remember when you could just press that button and get the operator?
Mm-hmm. Have you ever had an operator? Are you old enough to remember calling 411 to get like movie times and addresses?
Dude,
look, listen, I grew up on Dewey Decimal. I grew up on, we used to have to, run the fiche, like, and now it's just such an amazing. My life is so much more fulfilled for the type of exploration that I had as a young person going through life.
we were talking about on the music show on Saturday, like the history of recorded music is in your phone. And it's so interesting to hear people's musical tastes now, because when we were younger, it's what you could afford to buy or what was on radio. So if you liked you used to ask this question, what kind of music do you like? You can't ask that question in 2024.
Who else used to buy those 99-cent CD deals? It'd be like, for 99 cents, you get 100 songs.
Without Mac, they still looking for him. He just kept changing the address.
Yep.
You had your pencil just in case you needed to twine your cassette tape.
Yes.
You know, we had to have a certain level of patience and know-how and understanding, and we have changed that. And every generation says we want to make it easier for the new generation. Well, this is what happens when you over accommodate.
We got some phone calls. Toussaint, you want to push a phone call through for me?
Yes.
For us. Sorry, for us.
For us.
And thank you so much for getting Frenchie on the show.
On the rodeo,
you know I have the biggest crush on Frenchie, so I appreciate you doing that.
You're very welcome.
Appreciate that.
Caller.
She has no idea.
Calling from an 843 area code. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
BBL Drizzy. BBL Drizzy.
Is this the Dizzle McFizzle?
BBL Drizzy. What's going on?
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I'm not talking to you, Jason. I'm talking to Frenchie.
Oh, okay. I'll shut up.
I'm here to shoot my shot.
And she has no BBL.
I'm kidding. I can't hear her on the other line anyway.
Oh yeah, he can't.
Yeah, happy birthday, Jason.
Thank you very much, Dizzle. She says she doesn't have a BBL, but she has posted some full body shots on social media
from time to time.
Well, there you go.
They're saved.
I'm going to get on social media.
You said they're saved.
Don't mind me while I mute my phone and move my hand. Never mind. I'm not going to demonetize the stream right now, okay?
Oh my gosh. Watch your mouse now.
It's already too hot for this already.
Jason just lost all the super chats.
Trying to move to Milwaukee or trying to move to Rosarito? Just saying.
Milwaukee or Rosarito?
Rosarito.
I'm trying to help you, Jason, okay? I'm trying to be the worst so you look better.
Oh, so I look better by comparison.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, listen, Dizzle, that's my job, okay? I make Jason look good.
Oh, Max says that's his job to make me look good. He's the wingman that does that.
There it is.
Oh, shit.
Well, thank
you. I got to look worse than Mac? Okay. Challenge.
Oh God, Dizzle, don't do that, Dizzle.
Mac's face right now when you said that. He was like, "That's the
just saying."
You got to try to do that.
All right. Challenge accepted. You know what? That's the new life goal. Now I got a new picture for my vision board. All right, there we go.
We here
to
solve
kill me,
problems.
but
we here to change the world.
That's what's up.
Well, look, I don't think you understand the power couple that we could be. This could be like Leon, Isaac Kennedy, and Jane Kennedy. This can be like...
Not the Kennedys. You trying to kill us all?
Well, not John Kennedy, the Black Kennedys.
I'm
talking penitentiary 1 through 3. Not them Kennedys, the black ones. We could be Ashford and Simpson.
Are you gonna be the earth to my wind and fire?
I have a
yes, I would totally be the earth to your wind and fire. You okay? Say it, Dizzle. Say your shit.
I'll say I have a request. Right? So
yes.
like you do the movie nights on the Discord, right?
Yes.
You gotta do CB4. You gotta do CB4 with Chris Rock, and you gotta bring on Teray Reed so you can talk about Afro pessimism.
Isn't it
in
amazing
relation
that
to
CB4 is
CB4.
like a literary study today? Is
it-
that and I'm gonna get you sucker, right? Like,
I'm down to do CB4. That's Teray's favorite movie. Teray and I actually had a very long conversation about the merits of CB4 and Fear of a Black Hat. We've seen Fear of a Black Hat on this channel, so CB4 should be fine. I may lose some more white patrons over this, but that's okay
they'll be back.
if you're a real ally.
They're on rotation anyway.
Listen.
They sideline.
There's a lot of truth in that.
Jason, I've been here since the start.
Well, Dizzle, thank you. We got to get these calls because
Once you
I have
go
a hard
black,
out
baby.
tonight.
You are not kidding, Frenchie. You are not kidding.
All right.
So thank
Remember,
you. Yes.
these hoes aren't loyal. Or aren't they?
Honestly, the hoes is more loyal
Thank you
than the
very much,
dudes.
Dizzle.
I don't
Goddamn, Dizzle.
understand.
Oh man, I love Dizzle. I fucking love Dizzle, man.
If these are the calls that this show gets, then I'm doing something right.
Ding 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 ding.
Ready for the
That's
next
how I look
call?
at it.
And
Push
you
it
didn't even have
through.
to get naked.
Calling
I'm
from
sorry.
a
Wait, time out.
559 area code.
Wait. What is she? All I heard was naked.
I said you didn't even have to get naked. You
Oh,
even
I
had
didn't have
do
to
a
get naked.
OnlyFans to
Oh.
get these calls.
Oh, Frenchie, we've
Yes.
already got that in the works. We call
Yeah.
it ACAB cooking,
Yeah, it's a real thing we're working on.
and Jason's gonna cook in the nude.
Yeah, I'm gonna cook it.
No, you're gonna burn something off. No, that's dangerous.
Yeah,
Well, that's why you get the apron.
But that's
Yeah.
why you get the patrons. It's will his dick look like Freddy Krueger's face when this is over?
Oh my god. Wow.
I'm gonna send baby Jesus come work with you.
We call it ab-cab cooking. All balls and cock.
All cock and
Unreal.
ball.
Oh, all cock. Sorry.
Unreal.
Come on, Jason.
Unreal.
I don't need your old ass pubes in my food. What is going on?
Hey, you shave for the cooking show. I give you a
Shave or
triangle.
wax? Wait,
I give
wait.
you old school triangle.
Shave or wax?
I
'Cause if you
shave.
shave, you might miss some stubble. Some things still could, fall
It looks
out.
like Hitler's mustache right above the elephant trunk.
Oh my god. 559 area code. Wait, where are you calling from?
Wow. Well, I'm from an undisclosed location. This is Eric, the 559's from Fresno. But yeah, no, I wanted to say happy birthday. And just remember, when you do your episode of that cooking show, make sure you do it in the vernacular or in the dialect of AAVE.
So I be cooking, huh? But I don't be cooking.
You be cooking.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
that show him good, Jason.
Did you read the AAV piece that's out for patrons?
I did. No, it was very good. In fact, one of the things I actually really connected with was when you had the job on the oil rig, and it was completely not like you thought, but it reminded me because me and my buddies back in California, we actually kind of had a lot of fun with that. And we said, we only have to date Mexican chicks. Of course, see, I was only half Mexican, so I can only, I could kind of split between half white and, Mexican, sports we liked and things we did. So, well, hey, we did that because, well, we're Mexican or we're, white trash or, the friends that we had, well, it's because you're black. And that's how we had fun with it. And I think that just kind of insulated a lot of us when we went out. It just kind of, when we found out some people take it way too seriously, we're like, wow.
Yeah, I didn't.
Right.
Yeah, I was
do.
trying to be as honest as possible in that piece. I didn't know white people ultimately could be that trifling.
Yes.
And to see it in real time, and to know that these people didn't hang around people that look like me. There was no people that looked like me in their life. This is just the way they talked, the way they ate, the way they lived their life. I was like, oh, okay, well, these ideas, I think we have her a little off. And to say that black people speak a whole different language, that's the only way we could talk to them, was something that just never has sat right with me.
Well,
So-
the sad
Well,
thing
no,
is-
and I never thought of it as condescending, but I think you hit the nail on the head because it's kind of like, you hit on it earlier because, everybody, everybody puts on an act. It can put on an act. And let's just, for the sake of argument, hey, we're all, facades. But I think there's a difference between, pleasing the world around you and letting the outside compromise who you actually are. Because we always said, look, you don't talk to your friends how you talk to your grandmother, or we would hope not.
Yeah.
And so what the difference is. It's the same thing in a business meeting versus, say, out with some friends or out, back at home. I mean, you could call that an act for all intents and purposes, but, you don't get so caught up in that where, well, okay, now I'm self-destructive and now I'm compromising, who it is I am as a person. Because frankly, that's the tough part. And see, what I think is going on now is that's what's being monetized. That's that visceral, deep conversation that people are afraid to have. And because then it's taking a real hard look at just, what do you believe? What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
You got to kind of sort that out for yourself. And you're the only one that can really, figure that out. I mean, look, whether it's reading books, watching movies, getting out and about, so then you can help figure that out for yourself. That's one thing, but, that's just kind of part of, that's a part of life, isn't it?
So I thought.
I mean, the
right,
sad
I know.
thing is,
What do we know? It just, you're 47 going on 14, Jason, and I'm just, who am I?
Well, I hope you love the teenage antics, and thank you very much, Eric, for your call. Appreciate you.
Thank you,
yeah,
Eric.
I mean,
Absolutely. Hey, keep up the good work, guys.
All right, peace.
I think Eric brought up a good point.
Say again, Mac.
I equate it to like when we talked about it before, that AAV shit. I haven't read the piece yet just because like when I got on, I had just got off work. But like I was thinking about it, and it's like an airplane when that old white lady.
Yes, I speak jive.
I speak jive.
Yeah, the Negro familiars. That's what you can call them. Negro familiars.
And it's just like, what in the actual fuck? And then once you told me about it, like on our last show, I went and watched
the clip.
Oh, dude, I watched the whole fucking episode.
Okay.
And I'm sitting there like, what?
He don't be at work, but he be at work.
Who in the hell decides that this is going to be something I'm going to expound upon in a very academic manner?
Yeah.
And it's just like, where have you been, dude?
Well, what's interesting to me is even if you believe that there's a black dialect, right? Let's just say you believe that there's a black dialect that only Negroes can speak. It's like sonar, and then we hear it like, did he just say finna? And you like, oh, even if you believe that, right? And you go, well, I'm a linguist, and this is why this happens, and blah, 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 and these sounds come from this place, and blah, 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 blah. Teray gave me these really good debates to read, and it was E. Franklin Frazier, the famous black sociologist, and another actually well-known sociologist named Melville Hershkovitz. And Hershkovitz was like, black culture derives from Africa. I've studied Africa. I've studied you people. And this is where your culture comes from. And this is at a time when the prevailing idea, people are still measuring skulls, right?
Oh, fun.
And we're still talking like, if you come from these nations, then you're a savage. These are savage nations. And Frazier's like, look, there's a middle passage. And there was these hundreds of years of slavery. And maybe you're going to lose some of those customs during all that. Because most people just assimilate to where they are. And even Hershkovitz wrote about seeing a black family in Harlem in the 1800s, and around turn of the century, 1800s. He was like, this family is just like a white family, except black. So that doesn't make them exceptional. This is what happens when people have lived somewhere for a couple hundred years.
Yeah, I mean, you assimilate and adapt. That's to be expected.
Frazier talked more about the economic assimilation, which kind of prevents certain things from happening, like fully assimilating.
I mean, well, usually when people blow all your shit up, things will change.
Things will change. Really? It's going to change.
And then if you build it again and they blow it up again, like, yeah, there's going to be a shift.
But you know,
It's the same reason, why, sometimes some Black people are sensitive about eating watermelon in front of company.
that was me until I went to the South.
Do you know what occurred in history that caused that shift around the food of watermelon?
Like Birth of a Nation?
So, well, yeah. So before Birth of a Nation, though, the Black farmers, the watermelon was a top product that Black farmers and families were selling. And they were doing so well financially that they wanted to undermine the financial progress of these farmers and these families.
Mm-hmm.
And so then they started depicting people in this very archaic manner, eating the watermelon and comparing their smiles and associating them with apes. And that's when people started saying, oh, you're not going to eat watermelon in front of people, because they were trying to financially disenfranchise Black farmers and Black families, because the white families were buying that product from them. And here we are today.
I mean, here we are in 2024, and kind of everybody eats watermelon, but
I hope so. And well, no, not today, because you can't find a good watermelon with the goddamn seeds, because took the fucking seeds out the goddamn watermelon. Y'all stop fucking with this food without seeds. We ain't seen grapes with seeds. We ain't got watermelon with seeds. Like, because they're trying to circumvent our access to food. Like, stop messing with this fake organic food. It's crazy out in these streets.
Mac, do you eat watermelon?
Absolutely. It's one of the few.
No seedless watermelon.
I hate seedless watermelon. One, I can't afford to shop at places anymore, so I hit a lot of farmers markets, because like they barter still. So I'm like, dude, if I come like work for you for a couple hours, can you hook me up? And they're like, yes, but it also cost you $10 just to take this one home. And I'm like, fuck, okay, I mean, and this is the shitty part. Like you hit the nail on the head there. We've allowed, and this is what kills me most about like the political, the politicized times we live in, is that both sides, Democrats and Republicans, are like, well, what about the small farmers? What fucking small farmers are you talking about?
Small farmers? Where?
It's all conglomerated, and it's all seed controlled by one fucking company.
The government.
I mean, Monsanto.
Well, I call them the Democrats. You got the Republicans and you got the Democrats. And
but like Monsanto has like genetically altered seed to where they know that you took my seed, and you, the one small farmer that's out there that took it and grew it on some extra land that you weren't supposed to, I'm going to sue you into oblivion now. And the thing is, our these two shithead parties that talk about standing up for small business owners and looking out for the little man, they allow it to happen. So, we continue to get this overly processed food, this mush. And I would rather buy from somebody who's growing it in their backyard. When I actually had space to do it, I had my own garden. I grew my own shit. I'm not going to lie, I like to hunt, because I can bag one deer. I can eat off that for like 9 months.
Oh, listen, that Vincent go a long way. And
yes.
You don't leave no shit off the side of the road. You better break that down.
Yep.
Listen, it's not a game out here. As someone who eats alpaca, you ain't got to say nothing about that deer.
What does it taste like?
It's probably one of the most leanest meats. I don't know how animal can be like so cute and so delicious. Like,
my God,
I am definitely at spiritual odds with this cute little animal. 1 minute I'm holding, next minute I got it between a bun, right?
You kill it like the dude in No Country for Old Men. You just
No. I mean,
cute
you
and
know,
so delicious.
I was visiting Peru. I was doing some hiking in Peru, and
Frenchie looks at it and goes, "I'm sorry," and just like
There-
slits his throat.
After having it though, I didn't make no apologies. That damn animal is delish. And because it's so natural out there, and that's the one thing about being abroad, and being exposed to authentic food. Like American food is poison.
Yeah, Mac, I did the same thing. I did this when you said being abroad. I thought you meant the inner
like
city
I'm
colloquialism.
abroad. Yeah, I am abroad.
No,
So
Jason, I'm talking about what Hot Mess said.
Oh,
is
that
that
too.
a double entendre? Is that a double entendre? I'm here for it. Shit.
I was like, huh?
No, dude, you can't. Hey, yo, Hot Mess, you can't say shit like that while I'm in the middle of a drink. I'm afraid.
Tucson, can you read this comment on the screen?
Oh my god.
Hot Mess says, my ex-wife ate a seedless watermelon and got pregnant with a white kid.
That's what you get.
Oh
Around and find out. That's what you get. Exactly.
Y'all wild.
Tucson, like I said, I feel like if these are the comments and the calls that we get, there has to be something we're doing right with the show. I mean, it's not paying off for us financially, but man, my soul is pure right now. My soul is pure. That's all I care about.
Jason, I knew you were in music for a long time. Your soul is a lot of things. Pure is not one of them.
He's like Eddie Murphy in The Golden Child. Like, you gotta.
Jason's got an aura now.
And you know what that makes you? That makes you Charlotte Lewis.
Oh my god.
Yo, Frenchie, good luck with him the rest of the night. Just good luck with him. You made his entire year.
Yeah, I didn't know she was gonna be here. You know what's so funny? I was.
You know, my sister be hard at work. She shout out to you. I love you. She be hard at work. She was like
either that or she's checking my search history. one of the two. Maybe she's hard at work spying on me, like, oh, we should get Frenchie on the show because Jason seems to be looking at her.
You don't mind that
hours
stuff.
of 11 p.m. and 11:15 p.m.
You don't mind that
Before
stuff.
Jason retires to make a raisin and carrot salad.
Not raisin and carrots. See,
I
y'all
do.
gonna stop gentrifying this shit now.
I
y'all
enjoy. Before the show, I jazzed my carrot raisin salad up today. I put pineapple in it.
Of course you did. God
Okay, so can I
damn it,
get this recipe on the show, because honestly, it's just one of the best things. I started making weekly pineapple tea.
Oh, interesting.
And so it's pineapples. You take the whole rind, and you boil it with cloves, diced ginger. Get like a fresh ginger root, dice it up, lemons, and cinnamon sticks with a little bit of honey. And it is such a divine drink. You can have it hot or you can have it cold. But
Jason, the virtuoso wants you to read it.
You can even pour a little. You can put a little rum in there. You can put a little bourbon in there. You know, for other types of nights. But that pineapple tea with lemon ginger tea is the best thing, man. I am so about pineapple tea right now. Jason,
I would make that and feel like Eddie Murphy and Boomerang.
Okay, so before we go on, Zach, if you guys crowdfund, I will get Jason up to North Carolina and I will sit in a deer blind with him and just record the whole thing.
Oh my God. Jesus.
Okay, but you all have to float it. That's all I'm saying. You have to float it. And now, Jason, You have to read that
in the Malcolm
X.
in the Malcolm X.
Yep.
Let me hear it.
I can't do it on command. I'm not very good at doing it on command. And
Come
that's
on.
what she said.
Not even
Yeah,
for me,
to me.
Jason.
Oh,
I'm not that good at doing the Malcolm X on command.
Jason Frenchie said not even for her.
Aw.
I want her to know that I have performance anxiety.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Frenchie, one. Jason does the most amazing impressions on our nonsense sports show, which is only like 90 minutes sports and then like another 2 hours of just like dick
Fuckery.
and fart jokes,
Yeah,
you know,
fuckery.
like.
Yeah.
But it always comes around to Pog Chaser Martin Luther King and
No,
our
Jesse
good brother
Jackson?
Malcolm.
No, no, MLK. Toussaint started the rumor that Martin Luther King liked big booty white women, and so we do an impersonation of MLK.
I never said that.
I'm sure you did.
I never said that.
MLK, like,
listen,
so then
I
we started
know
doing
some
it.
Pinky Toes was on that adulterous man. Now, we appreciate what he gave to the people, but
exactly.
he had one of the most wayward dicks of his time. There's no question.
Frenchie, please don't tempt me.
There we go. There he is.
With that sweet chocolate nectar.
All right, Jason, you already broke the seal. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Again and again.
Not again.
You know how Malcolm was saying, again and again. These slick talking preachers always hitting on our beautiful chocolate queens with their thick black rumps and large juicy breasts.
Off script.
I tell you, I'm tired of this. Black women
Wayward.
walking around with their BBLs.
Wayward.
Now watch it, brother Malcolm.
Oh my God.
You might have went too far. Sorry, I'll stop.
You got to do the. You got to
you
get
gotta
the
do
finger
the
up
quote.
there.
You got to do the quote.
I can't, and we're coming up on time. I can't. We got to take this last phone call.
Calling from a 216 area code. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Cleveland.
That's right. This is Dr. Claw calling from Cleveland, Ohio.
Yes!
Dr. Claw got some bass in
area
his
code.
voice. Hey, doctor.
Dang, see how she got up for that? She's like, he got some bass in his voice. I bet he about 6'5".
Dr. Claus actually 7 feet 2 inches
Peace and
tall.
greetings to
She was like, he just
Jason.
sounded like he
Happy
got
birthday
benefits.
to Mac, to MT, to Frenchie. By the way, your episode, it was a Saturday episode. It is one of the go. To Quinn, to the chat. Shout out to Eric from Fresno. I think you stepped into a Twitter space I was in this past weekend. I hope you heard like what you heard. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I can't hear anyone but Jason.
Yeah.
Except for a little bit of Mac, a little bit of MT. I really can't hear Frenchie unless it's on the volume, unfortunately.
Oh,
So I want to say I did read your article about AAVE. I thought it was very, it was a much more thoughtful and researched and reasoned way to express the same thing you did in the champagne room about why what that dude was doing was BS.
Yeah.
The reason why I called, besides to wish you a happy birthday, was to address something you said on the Saturday show about it was 1977, the greatest year of music. And shout out to the 77 Club. My birth year is not 1977, but 77 is my lucky number. And I looked at your playlist, and I was really pleasantly surprised at some of the selections. Caldera, that album has a really dope song called Seraphim, which was a EWF outtake that they recorded. I think They're Done was involved with that album, so that's why that happened. But your comment about Hall & Oates albums. If you're looking for the person who can tell you the album cuts you should look for, I'm that person. But I will agree that if you're going to be digging for gold on Hall & Oates albums, you're not going to be coming up with a lot.
No.
Outside of this.
They hits,
but
they write great hits. Great hits, horrible albums.
Yeah, let's see. There are 3 albums of theirs that I really like. 79's Ecstatic, the one right before it, Along the Red Ledge, and 74's War Babies, because that's produced by Todd Rundgren, and it sounds like the Todd Rundgren album. There's a song on it called Screaming from December, Screaming in December. That is one of my favorite Hall & Oates songs. But yeah, a lot of their albums you'll find from almost the beginning. It's like there's the one hit, and then there's a lot of stuff that you have to sift through. Yeah, and sometimes it was 2 hits. Like when they got to the 80s, it was like 2 tracks on the album. So if I was going to recommend any album for anybody to listen to, the one I got in high school was a record called Rock and Soul Volume 1. It has 3 new songs. It's a live version of it for me. Say It Isn't So, Adult Education, and then the hits up until 83 when that album came out. And there's like an updated take on that from 2001's Very Best of Hall & Oates, which includes songs from Along the Red Ledge and Ecstatic on it, which validates my like of those songs. But yeah, Ecstatic is a great album. It's better than Voices. Because I heard that Kissing Your Lips, 1980s, like, okay, this is gonna be fire. I'm like, what the hell is this?
No.
Another album, and let me tell you how I got into knowing all these albums. When I was in college, late 90s, early 2000s, Rhino, RCA, Atlantic, they re-released like all their old albums, particularly the ones from the late 70s. And that's how I got familiar with Ecstatic, Along the Red Ledge. This album actually from 1977, Beauty on a Back Street, which I purchased only because Jeff Porcaro from Toto was playing drums all through the album.
Oh, wow.
But also, that's my most favorite. Yeah, they actually used LA musicians on that record, which was a little different from them.
Mm-hmm.
There's a song on there called Winged Bull, I really love. There's a song on there. Like, different than both of us, the song is actually on that album. Love Hurts is a great song. My most unfavorite song by them, Bad Habits and Infections, was on the album. But one of the things you notice about them, all the hits basically have Daryl Hall singing, right? Mm-hmm. There was, on that 77 album, there's a song at the end called The Girl That Used to Be, where it's John Oates singing. It's a great song. Great song. And previous album, the song after August Day, which is at the end of Along the Red Ledge, is one of my favorite songs. And Robert Fripp produced an album by Daryl Hall in 80 that they also released in this period called Sacred Songs. It was just Daryl Hall. That's a good album, but it's a different sort of thing. So I just came here to say that because you were asking who could tell you about Hall & Oates album cuts. I could tell you. But I would recommend, if anybody's curious about Hall & Oates, just get Rock and Soul Volume 1 or the Very Best of Hall & Oates, and then see if you want to look into some of those albums. But I would recommend Ecstatic for a single album. That's it for me, man. I can't believe we got Frenchie back on the show, Mac on the show. This could be one of the GOAT episodes just because of who you got on the show right now. So,
we appreciate you, Claude.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Well, Claude, do me a favor and keep the Cavs' knees okay for the upcoming season. All right, let's not do your job. And Frenchie, Dr. Claw is 7'2". He's the orthopedic surgeon for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and he smells of mahogany.
Let me go get my ladder. Excuse me.
There you go, girl. Yep.
All right, man. I'll talk to you all later.
All right,
thanks so much, Claude.
Thanks, Doc.
Hey, Jason. Hey, Ben.
Hey, Ben.
Yeah,
Jason.
Ben. I had to let Ben in.
I got you. I just want everybody to know, if there are 2 people I could fight on the planet, it would be Hall and Oates.
Why?
He didn't even say Hootie and the Blowfish.
No, I'd beat the fucking mullet off of Hall and then the mustache off of Oates. Okay, like I just don't give a shit.
In doing these massive playlists in Tucson, got to help with one, and I think when I was already like, I wouldn't say halfway done, but I was like a third of the way done. And me and Tucson spent 3+ hours on 1982.
Yep.
I spent 8 hours on 77, and some of those other ones, I don't know how long it took to get those done. These are like super long 20-hour playlists. Please, they're all up. Every show we've done on these, the best year of music. They're pretty interesting. It's one song off every release, and it's global releases. So it's stuff from Japan, Brazil, definitely stuff from South America. Some stuff I've discovered. I didn't know this Japanese city funk shit existed, and it is my new favorite yacht rocky jam.
Yacht rocky
You know,
jam.
Jason, if you're a real music lover, I would say if you for anyone who is a committed music lover, you have to make the North Sea Jazz Festival in the Netherlands. Approximately 60 to 70 artists over a 3-day weekend, spread out. I'm saying never on in one day where you hear Dizzy Gillespie Band, Cassandra Wilson, Jean-Luc Ponty, Raphael Sadiq, like Erykah Badu, like all in one day. In one day is insane, and it's the largest global music festival in the world. Happens in July of every year. The lineup comes out probably February, March, but if you are about music, you definitely have to, venture over to the Netherlands. It's in Rotterdam.
Oh man, see, Frenchie, you're just making me want to leave the U.S. even more and more than I already.
This is why this is all this that adds to her like awesomeness. She's like, what you need to do is you need to go to the Netherlands. I go to the Netherlands and I wear flowing robes.
I'm in Colombia this weekend. I'm in South America this weekend.
Look, I'll be in Colombia this weekend listening to cumbia music straight from the source. You listen to it from other people. I listen to it from the source. Right. I'll be in Medellin. Street musicians and cocaine fields.
And Guadalupe and Santa Marta.
I might be fighting off some white ring rebels at the same time, but that's also from the sauce. You haven't lived until you went to a street festival and killed 4 dissidents on the way there.
Thank you, Martin.
That's a hey, all this makes you more badass. I just want you to know.
Yeah, Frenchie goes to a music fest, fights in a guerrilla war.
I have to get to Antarctica. I need a fundraiser. I have to get to Antarctica. I've hit every continent but Antarctica.
Why the fuck would you want to go there?
You ever punched a polar bear in the nuts?
I will once I get there because it's gonna be brick fucking cold. You absolutely right.
Have you ever fought the penguin?
Better wear a cup. You better wear a cup around me. That's for sure.
You came all the way out here to punch one polar bear in his fucking crystallized
testicles. We
testicles.
don't let these black bitches over here on this goddamn continent. That's exactly why. She come over here messing with me. Yeah.
I thought we could just get their hair wet and they'd leave. Nope. The polar bears are all mad. Oh, fuck it. She was a thick one, though, wasn't she?
Making the sacrifice. I'm taking one for the team.
Frenchie, thank you for spending some time to be ridiculous with us, Mac.
It's a pleasure. I'm gonna shout out my sister again because she was on it. I miss you guys.
Yay.
Well, we miss you, and we definitely want to make you more part of the show.
Mac,
Frenchie,
it was amazing meeting you for the first time, and I'm very glad I got to meet you.
Likewise, we're gonna do it again. We're gonna do it again because your year is just beginning, Jason.
That's right. You know what we do, Jason?
Birthdays are the only real holidays.
I agree with that.
What we need to do is have a show where we speed run through an hour and then do 2 just champagne room nonsense.
I don't know, Mac. You're sounding like you're speaking my language.
Yeah.
Is that Ray Reed is here real quick? Hey, Ben, Ray's here. Yeah. Where's he at? I guess. Oh, he logged in. We
He's
gotta
here.
get. Oh shit! There he is. Ray Reed.
I finally get to meet this.
Mhm.
I finally get to meet Mr. Reed. Teray,
Oh,
it's a
Teray,
pleasure
meet
to
Matt.
meet you.
Hey, Matt. Good to
And
hear
this
you,
is
bro.
Frenchie. Frenchie's a bad one, Teray. Watch out. You can't look. Just
All right. Good enough. Good enough.
you can't look. You over there. And you got your hair done too. I can't have you ruining my thing right now, Teray. You try to just walk up on the scene too cool.
I apologize for the delay. You know, got some family issues going on, so I'm glad I was able to squeeze it in. But I got to get ready to go to bed because I've got class tomorrow. So,
well, thank you very much just for stopping by to say hey, and thank you for your help in the piece that I put out. I don't know if you got a chance to take a look at it.
not yet, but I didn't do much. So you're brilliant, and I love you, man. And looking forward to many, many years of you on the planet and friendship. So,
thank you. I appreciate you too.
Bet, dude.
all right.
Beautiful.
So long.
Thanks. Peace, Teray. Thank you.
Later.
And before I go, I want to send a big Pascal wasn't here, but I have been talking to Pascal. He's fine. He'll definitely be on the show, probably even tomorrow. Mac will be hopefully joining me Wednesday for our first non-Wednesday sports show, Serious Show, where we talk with Harvey JK about their new book, about the new bill, the new economic bill of rights for the 21st century.
Ooh, yes, I'll be here.
So
nope, I've luckily nipped some things in the bud. I'll sum this up quick. Last Wednesday, sorry everybody, I couldn't be on because my mother decided to be an asshole and just not take her medication.
You
so,
know, if you know what that medication tastes like, you would.
No, she's Frenchie. She's diabetic, so the insulin's kind of important, and it's not, So I went to her neighbor, who also is a diabetic. I found out, and is like, "We'll take it together." So he texts me every time they take their shot. So now I think I'm okay.
That's maybe she needs some vacation or something.
Oh no, my mother, Frenchie, has become a far right weirdo who thinks the good gummies are the gateway to the devil, apparently. And I'll be 43 in November, and she's never talked about God to me until last year. So she's
good times.
Yeah, it's
good
awesome.
times.
Yeah.
Depending on where you find God, it can be really annoying. If you find him in rehab, it's like, ooh, it's gonna be annoying for a minute.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's like being around born again Christians and people that just joined the military, vegans,
and celibates. Yep.
And like if you put all those people and then threw in a CrossFitter, that's what that's like.
Oh man,
it's temporary. You're gonna CrossFit until you tear something really bad.
No, it's not. You CrossFit until you tear something bad. It's until you just don't hydrate enough and your liver stops functioning. That's what all the CrossFitters in the military met. That's what happened.
It's like, yeah. This is you got 5 minutes. I know. Yeah, you just became a Marine. I know you can beat everybody's ass. Oh, you went to the UFC fighting gym for a week and a half. Yeah, you can beat everybody's ass. Okay, just play along. Don't fucking try to be difficult. You went to church for the first time in 5 years, and now you know your meaning in life. Okay.
Yeah.
She's still gonna leave you.
But Jason, happy fucking birthday, my friend.
Thank
I'm
you.
glad I can make it this year. And I absolutely adore you. And I want nothing but you to have the greatest fucking year this year.
Well, thank you very
Jason,
much.
what's your birthday wish for the year? What do you want? You better not say world peace. I'm gonna punch
He's
you.
gonna cry.
I want some of that chocolate. Ow, I want some of that Frenchie chocolate. Seriously, what's obtainable? What do I want and what's obtainable? I want to keep doing this show. I want to keep doing it with the people that I get to do it with. I hate to say the word blessed sometimes, but I feel blessed that This move, which was a move out of extreme desperation and to keep me sheltered in Mexico, has been somewhat of a cool thing. I get to live next door to one of my best friends, or 2 doors down from one of my best friends.
And you know we're gonna be neighbors.
You said you were coming to Mexico, right?
Yeah, we're gonna be neighbors. I need 50-cent avocados. I can't be paying.
Oh,
There's
Jason.
certain things that are eggs here, like you buy them for very, very inexpensive. But
these rates here is some bullshit. No,
I want to keep doing this. I'm excited to do some more video and writing projects. And you know, I want to say also thanks to my mom. She's in the chat right now, so shout out to Pamela Davis. She calls me every year to remind me that she toured, and it's pain every time my birthday rolls around.
Jason,
I hope you thanked her for life. Yeah,
I do.
Hey, Jason, I'm sorry. Like, my parents don't talk to me much because of my politics.
Mm-hmm.
But your dad beat you over the head with the Voltron, and your mom let you know that she tore. So
Every
like
time. Every time. Hey, and they say it with love. There's always love in that. So I understand where it comes from. My son called me, and my daughter called me. So all is right in the world. I do have to. Oh shit, Grant Wyatt. Hey, thank you. Shout out to Grant Wyatt. We'll tell a great champagne story about that guy. Just kidding. And my aunt Iris was in the chat. So thank you so much. I have a wonderful family. Maybe that is a blessing to have such a wonderful family that doesn't mind this one weird nephew, son, cousin, brother that does this podcasting stuff and writes these inflammatory articles about Negro language. But
well, I mean, if you're gonna have somebody in the family like that, Jason, it should be you.
And I got to save the biggest thank you of all for Toussaint, who has to listen to me complain. She has to deal with my weird tangents when I'm trying to come up with shows. She helps keep this thing together with duct tape and super glue. And she does a lot of it out of the kindness of her own heart. So she had made a post today. It was a cat smiling, and she was like, "Oh," and the caption was something like, "When your work bestie walks in," and she goes, "Who would have known my work bestie would have been my boss?" And I hate when she calls me your boss. I'm not a boss. I'm just a really shitty friend. There's a difference. There's a difference. But she's an amazing person that deals with so much, especially when dealing with me. And she does it with grace. And thank you.
Oh, that's so sweet.
AMT, I'm really sorry about Wednesdays. Just if you can avoid listening to it, just do it.
Just don't tune in on Wednesdays. I think
I mean,
it's about sports.
Yeah. But Jason and I were talking, what was the last show? I was like, MT is going to listen to like 3 minutes of this and just be like, those two idiots.
It's so bad. It's just so bad. We're telling these horrible stories because like no one's watched. And we're like, remember that one time I told you about that time the girl did that thing and I fucking went to church the next day because
oh my God.
Because I was like, I think that's a sin.
Jason went to a Catholic church to go to confession. Is like, Father, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I did something bad.
It's like
real
Father,
bad.
If you really knew what those confessionals were used for when they originated, you wouldn't even worry about it. It's a whole nother story.
Frenchie, as a former Catholic, I'm well aware, and it's disturbing. And now it's just like, I think the uses for them are better off in the porn films that I occasionally watch, you know.
Every so often.
Yeah, every so often.
Not too much.
Either that or a sexy urinal is one or the other.
Sexy urinal was my nickname in college. Thank you guys and Toussaint.
Happy birthday, Jason.
Thank you.
Happy birthday,
brother.
Thank you. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. We are
out.
Bye, everybody.